Aloha everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing BoxyCharm versus Ipsy Plus. So this is the first month that both boxes are $25. BoxyCharm increased their prices from $21 to $25 this month, and the reason for that being is because they want to add additional features like choice and Boxy pop-up, which we all know if you're subscribed to BoxyCharm, that didn't really go as planned. It has been delayed. We should receive more info on that. I was one of the lucky ones who was able to actually get an order placed before they shut it down. We'll see if I actually get the items I ordered. I don't know. There's a lot of just madness going around that, but we'll see. So I'm actually going to open BoxyCharm first. And they did say, I know they have a beauty quiz, and I might go on a little bit of a rant here, but I'll try to keep it kind of short. They did say that the variation between the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick and the Becca highlighter would be based on preferences, and when I open my box, I'll go into a little bit more detail on that and why I don't necessarily think they're implementing the beauty quiz still. But then Ipsy says they implement the beauty quiz, and I'll get into that too. But let's just start with the unboxing. BoxyCharm, $25. So it's a new box this month. They had an Instagram story of a person like standing on the box and it didn't come crushed. And I know a couple of my boxes the past few months have been a little worse for wear, but this month's variation is called Stellar. I got variation number 22. I don't know if that's coming across there, but it's 22. And then, of course, it tells you the items you're getting, and it has prices. Does it? Yes, it has prices on it. And then some information about BoxyCharm on the back there. The first item is my choice item. I chose the Juice Beauty anti-wrinkle eye treatment. I have been using this. The very first time I did use this, it irritated my under eye ever so slightly. It was just a little bit of an irritation. I mean, not really noticeable, not like an allergic reaction or anything like that, just a little bit of a, I don't know, like a tightness and an irritated feeling under my eyes. But I have used this 2 or 3 times since that first time, and I haven't felt that again. It has a cool little applicator. You press it. I'm not going to press it because sometimes I press it and entirely too much comes out. I don't want to waste the product since it's a little bit smaller than I was hoping it would be. But it works pretty nicely whenever you put it under your eye. You're supposed to just squeeze out the product and then just tap it under your eye. And then if you don't blend it out all the way, you can use your finger to rub in the remaining bit or tap in the remaining bit. I like the theory of it, but in practice, whenever I do that, some of the treatment goes like underneath the backside of the applicator, so then I have to get my finger and do that. But all in all, it seems like a pretty nice product. Of course, with anything like this, eye treatment, skincare, you can't just use it a few times and say it doesn't work. So I will be doing an empties video eventually. My empties basket is kind of full, but I am hoping to finish a few more products. So once I finish that, that will go into the empties, and I will let you know if I noticed any results. Though with the size of this, even if I did use it to completion, I still don't know if I'd see any results because I don't think this is going to last me a super long time. But for now, I like it. It's nice. And the retail value of that is $50. Ooh, I think you could have either gotten this or a, what was the other thing? I think it was a moisturizer, and I am up to my eyes in moisturizers and did not need another one. I'm pretty sure that was the variation. The next thing I received is the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade date night. And this is where I'm going to kind of maybe go off on a tangent, but they did say this would be in reference to your beauty quiz. I even went and revamped my beauty quiz in hopes of getting the Becca highlighter, because I have not tried a Becca highlighter before and I wanted to. You can rate different makeup products from 1 to 12. I only did 1 to 4. I did foundation, concealer, eyeshadow, and then my fourth one was highlighter. That kind of backfired on me, and I'll show you why in a second. But I didn't have liquid lipsticks on there because I tend not to use them. I did use this 2 days ago, and it's nice. It's a formula I got in a past one, and it transfers a little bit more than I'd prefer. But this color didn't really go with my eye look today, so there it is. It's like a deep cherry red. And then the last time I got a Dose of Colors liquid lipstick, it was in the shade Bittersweet. The applicator on this one's a little bit different. This is like a doe foot applicator. So on top there is Bittersweet. It's like a lighter red, but they kind of look similar in the tube. Of course, one's darker, one's lighter. They're reds. I changed my preferences to reflect pinks, and I got a red, so I don't think they're using the beauty quiz, but I'm sure I'll use it from time to time. I don't tend to use a lot of liquid lipsticks just because I already have a brand that I prefer and I like, and I know it stays on all day and does not transfer at all. So, but it is pretty. I did actually get complimented when I did wear this. I had a lady tell me that the color really suits me, so that was nice. But the next thing, and I'll show you why my highlighter pick kind of backfired, is I got this Milk Makeup holographic stick in the shade Supernova. And I don't really use liquid highlighters. I don't really use stick highlighters. I prefer a powder highlighter, but they don't have that option in the beauty quiz. And this packaging is a lot. You have the outer tube, and then you have this, and then there's a little thing on here. It's pretty, but it's a little blue for me. You can see that. I really prefer a natural highlight, and that is just stellar. Like the theme of the box, it's just very holographic and has a bluish purple shift to it. Will I use it every once in a while? Sure. I'm actually using it today. I don't know if you can tell, since I did put on my makeup at like 6:30 this morning, and it is now about 12:45. But I'm sure I'll use this from time to time, but that's actually quite a lot of product. And I don't know if I'll use it that much. But it is kind of pretty. I just don't tend to reach for anything but powder highlighters most of the time. The next thing I got, I have used this. I used it once. I wanted to try it out more, but this is the Illuminati Cosmetic Sponge. And I did wet it. I did try to put my foundation on with it a couple days ago, but it's just very hard. Even when I left it under the water and tried to get it plump and squishy, it was just a little hard. It was kind of like I was beating my face up. So I don't know how often I'll use this, maybe if my other one starts to fall apart, but it's just not my favorite. I actually have a paddle brush that I prefer to use. And speaking of brushes, I was super bummed that I did not get the brush variation, the BoxyCharm brushes. I love getting brushes. I have a million brushes, but I still love getting them every time. And those look kind of interesting. I've never owned a brush like that, but I got a beauty blender that I do not know that I will use very often. And then the last thing, and this actually kind of took me back, or I was taken aback whenever I opened it, because it is stunning. This is the Celestial Thunder palette by Dominique Cosmetics, and it is beautiful. I don't think pictures or video does this palette justice. When you open it, it is just gorgeous. And I'm gonna do some swatches. Move my bracelet out of the way. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to do the bottom row next. here are the swatches on my arm. Very pretty. You can't really see you can see the first shade, but it's more, it has less pigment and more just like a glitter. And they're just stunning colors. They are a little finicky. You have to kind of play with them a little bit. I did use this pink shade right here on my crease, and I used this is called Lucid Dream, and I used the Eternal Light glittery shimmer shade on my lid, and it's so pretty. I will definitely get use out of this. I don't know how many full eye looks I can make out of this, just because it's kind of limited in what I would traditionally use for like a transition color, but I am excited to play with this some more. And yeah, so that's probably one of the things I'm most excited about is this palette. I love getting palettes. I am excited to try out and continue to try out the Juice Beauty Eye Serum, since that was my choice item. I'll probably get a little bit of use from the Dose of Colors lipstick, but it won't be something I reach for consistently. I'll probably use the Milk Makeup Holographic Stick from time to time, though I would have preferred a powder highlight. And then I don't really know if I'll be using this Illuminati sponge. It's a little harder than I would prefer. And then, of course, I got an Undercover Lightweight Concealer sample pack from Pretty Vulgar. I've tried these two shades so far. I tried this one under my eyes today. I actually don't mind this one. I have to try them both a few more times to see. These two would be too dark for my under eye. But this is for the complexion quiz. They're going to start including complexion products, so that's interesting. All in all, I think it's a decent box, but I would have preferred the brushes. I would have preferred the back highlighter, but I will definitely get some use out of some of the things in there. The Dominate Cosmetics Celestial Thunder palette is $35. I don't know how true that is, because the full price one, or the full one with 12 shades, is, I think it's $45. So I don't know. I don't know about that, but maybe. And then the Juice Beauty 50, like I said before. The Dose of Colors 18. The Cosmetic Sponge is 21. Would not pay 21 for that. And then the Milk Makeup Holographic Stick is 28. Definitely get your money's worth, but it's all a matter of preferences. And since they don't really confirm that they're really using the beauty quiz like Ipsy does, then... And that's another thing on social media. They'll say, make sure that you fill out your beauty quiz so we know what to send you. But then you'll scroll down a few posts later and they'll reply to someone, our boxes are shipped in random batches and we can't really control which variation you receive. We're working hard to implement the beauty quiz. So there's a little bit of a discrepancy there. But all in all, I don't mind this box. I will definitely use some of the products out of here. I think you definitely get your $25 worth. So next we have Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, again $25, and they do tout their beauty quiz like, oh my, we do this. This is what the box looks like inside, and this month the theme is Wild Side, and then you get, of course, the item list, and it does give you prices, and then it gives you some information about what's coming up, like the Choice Day, which is the 25th of this month. Black Friday, they're doing something. Cyber Monday, they're doing add-ons. So that's pretty cool. The first thing is my choice item. It is the Murad Acne Control Skin Perfecting Lotion. And it's a pretty decent size. This smells pretty good. Kind of like coconut, I think. I don't know. I don't see the ingredients. This smells really good and it makes my skin feel so nice. So I'm very, very happy that I chose this, but I'm also not happy that I chose this, and I'll tell you why. Because the rest of my box is not anything like my beauty quiz. I actually opted out of lipsticks and mascara, and both of those things are in here, and I think it's because I chose this product. So I'm debating on whether or not I even want to choose something next month, because if the box they send me is going to have nothing to do with my beauty quiz, do I really want one product that I actually really like, or maybe might not like? If they're going to send me like a preset box, I don't know. But I do really like this. The next thing I got is this Trestique Good Vibes mascara. It has the curler and it's lash enhancing, so I did use that today. But if you're like, oh, well, your eyelashes look pretty nice, well, I used a primer underneath it because I tried this mascara the day before and I didn't really like it, but with the primer underneath it, I'm not hating it. I actually got this in a BoxyCharm and I ended up giving it to my sister-in-law, and I asked her if she liked it and she goes, no, I don't like it at all. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll try it because I don't think I tried it the first time. It comes with a little eye curler or eyelash curler, but let me curl my eye. But it's so small that you can only do like one section of your eyelashes at a time. So it's just a little more hassle than I think is necessary. So I really don't use the eyelash curler. If I want to curl my lashes, which I rarely do, I would use something that curls all of them at the same time. It's not my favorite mascara. I'll probably get some use out of it, but I have to use a primer beforehand because I really like that voluminous, dark, long look, and this mascara alone doesn't really give it to me. I have to use a primer underneath it. The next thing I got, a lipstick. This is the Belle in Argent cream lipstick in the color Smoking on Screen. It's a pretty color, but it does transfer. It doesn't really last that long, but I did notice when I tried to take it off at the end of the day, it did kind of stain my lips. So, and it's magnetic. And this package is very pretty. It is a very pretty package. But this is the color of that lipstick. It's kind of in line with some of the others I've gotten from other subscription boxes. It's a red. It's like a pinky red. It's a pretty color. I might use it occasionally, but I don't really use lipsticks that often. If I do reach for a lipstick, it's usually like a liquid lipstick, but I'm sure I'll use it from time to time. Next thing I got is this 6 Sculpt Bronzer Duo from Gigi Gorgeous, and it's in Turnt and Extra. I did use that today. I kind of like it. Here is the little compact. It has a mirror, and then it comes with 2 shades. You can even see those. That one barely shows up on my skin, but that's the lighter of the two, and this is the darker of the two. It's pretty. I'll probably use it. I think I only have 2 other bronzers I use, but I do have quite a few bronzer palettes, or palettes that have bronzer in them, so I'm sure I'll reach for this just because it's convenient. It's a single bronzer if I'm not looking to do a whole lot of other stuff in a single palette, but it's pretty. I'll use it. And then the last thing is this Seraphine Botanicals Happy Hibiscus Natural Blush Palette for all skin tones. It's a very cute little package. It does not have a mirror, but here are the blush shades in here. 2 of them look to have some shimmer to it. I actually used the more pinky color today. Here is that swatched on my hand. It's pretty. I'll get some use out of it, but Ipsy has been on a kick with sending me blush palettes. I think I've gotten at least 3 in the last 5 months, so I think I might be good on blush palettes for a little while. It's pretty though. So, and then of course the bag. I forgot to show the bag in my last unbagging, Ipsy Plus unbagging, so sorry about that. But here's the bag. The inside is like a brown color. It's pretty. So all in all, I'll get some use out of the blush palette, but I think I put rarely on blushes just because Ipsy keeps sending me blush and I still got a blush. So there's that. The bronzer, I think I also have rarely just because I have a lot of bronzer, but I'm not mad at this. I will get some use out of this. Next is this Belle in Argent lipstick, just regular lipstick. I don't know if I'll reach for this too much just because I don't tend to reach for regular lipsticks too often. It is a nice color, but I did opt out of lipsticks. So next is this trusty Good Vibes mascara. Not my favorite. I'll use it with a primer underneath, but I did opt out of mascara just because I already have a lot of mascara. So we'll see. And then I really do actually like this Murad product, the face lotion, skin perfecting lotion. I will definitely use that. This is the star of the bag for me. Definitely everything else is kind of like eh. But I did email them because since they do say that, you know, you fill out the beauty quiz, you should get items that reflect that. And I got 2 items I opted out of. I did email them and they were like, oh, here's 600 Ipsy points. I'm like, oh, thanks for sending me 2 items I opted out of that are full size. I get to now choose a sample that may or may not show up depending on if you decide to send it to me, because I've heard a lot of people saying that they buy stuff and they don't get them. I've usually always gotten my orders, but I don't know. This month for Ipsy, for me at least, was a little bit disappointing. I'll get some use out of the stuff, but am I going to reach for most of it most of the time? Probably not. The face lotion retails for $40. The Seraphine Botanicals blush retails for $48. The Trusty mascara is $25. The GG Gorgeous bronzer duo is $24. And the Bell and Argent lip color is $26. I don't know. I think personally, for me, excuse me. Personally, for me this month, the standout products would be the Murad face lotion, which was my pick for this box, and that's kind of the only product I'm excited about continuing to use. The other things I might use here and there, but I'm not excited about them. BoxyCharm, I'm very excited about the eyeshadow palette. I will continue to use that. I'm excited about seeing I'm so sorry. Should have brought some water. I'm excited to see what the Juice Beauty eye serum does for me. And then those are colors I'll use from time to time. The Milk makeup I'll use from time to time. The Beauty Blender I probably won't use that much at all. Guess I'm getting a little warm because of these lights, so I'll try to make this quick so I'm not coughing on your screen forever. But I don't know, both boxes kind of disappointed me this month. If I have to pick one that I'm just a little more excited about, I would probably go with the BoxyCharm, just because I love eyeshadow palettes, even though I have 7 million. Again, I apologize, you guys. It brings me back to my days in grade school because I had asthma when I was a child. And I would always get so embarrassed when I couldn't stop coughing. And I have outgrown my asthma. I don't have asthma anymore, but I'll still have times where I just can't stop coughing. And so I'm really embarrassed right now. I'm so sorry. But know that it's not intentional. I'm not meaning to like cough at you guys, but I get hot sometimes and I just can't stop coughing. So that's why I'm like fanning myself like a crazy person. But yeah, so I think Boxy takes it this month for me, even though it was kind of just barely, because both boxes weren't really the best. Like I said, I am excited about the eyeshadow palette, but this is actually maybe one of my least favorite Boxies of the year, I would say. And this is definitely my least favorite Ipsy of the year, just because they gave me 2 products I opted out of. Occasionally I'll get one. Like I opt out of mascara and lip products, and I did that in June, I believe, and I think almost every month since then I've gotten one or the other. They haven't sent me mascara since June, I think, maybe July. But I usually still get a lip product, which I don't mind if it's a lip balm. Lip balms I can live with because I have that as sometimes I'm a beauty quiz, and every other lip product is rarely. So I can live with a lip balm. It's not as disappointing. But when I get a lipstick or a liquid lipstick or even a gloss, because I have a lot of glosses, it's eh. Would I prefer a gloss over a lipstick? Maybe, because I do reach for glosses a little bit more. I've been trying to use more of my lipsticks, my liquid lipsticks, but it's just not my preference. I have a brand that I love that doesn't transfer, that stays on all day pretty much without me having to worry about it. And so whenever I try new products, they have that high standard to live up to, and none of them ever do. I've even tried, a lot of people love the Jeffree Star lipstick. I've even tried that, and it transfers a little bit, doesn't stay on as long as my other brand. And I've tried a few that people suggest, and just none of them really do. But I'll continue to try them. Maybe I'll find one day that lives up to my high expectations, but so far I haven't yet. And I know some people say like this Dose of Colors and that Bell and Argent lipstick already smeared everywhere. I know some people say Dose of Colors lasts all day, but I don't know. It just doesn't on me. So maybe my lips are just weird. But for me, BoxyCharm takes it. And let me know what you think in the comments below. Would you have loved to have gotten the Ipsy bag? Am I being over dramatic? Do you think I'm just too entitled for my subscription boxes? You can let me know. You won't hurt my feelings. Which box would you have preferred to get this month? Do you subscribe to either? Are we box twins on either? I don't think the Ipsy says a variation on it. I think they have just preset boxes that they send out based on trying to match it to your beauty quiz. But I think if you pick a product, I think you kind of have a few set variations that you can get. So I don't know. This wasn't the best month for me personally. I'm already looking forward to December, and November isn't even really, it's like halfway over at this point because it's the 15th. So, I mean, we'll see what next month holds, but this month wasn't the best month for me in terms of the $25 boxes, I do have to say. I did get, and here's another story real quick because we're like at 27 minutes. So, I got my BoxyCharm late on Monday. I was going to try to film my BoxyCharm video on Monday, but I got it literally 10 minutes before I had to leave for work, or back to work because I was on my break. And then the next day I was going to film that video, and I ended up getting my Ipsy, but I had walked in the door from my break, and I get a 2-hour break most days from lunch, or for lunch for work. I walked in, my dog, we left her inside because it was cold outside, and she had gotten into the trash. There was trash in front of the door. I went around to the kitchen to get stuff to clean it up, and she had gotten into the trash in the kitchen, and it was everywhere, so I had to clean that up. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to make myself a coffee because it's cold. And I went to go turn it on. Our electric had been cut off, so I had to deal with that. So I was dealing with that for most of my break, and I couldn't do anything because we had no electricity. I think my husband came home like 5 minutes after I left, and it was on by then, so of course. So I didn't get to film it then. And then yesterday, I usually get a 2-hour break. They only gave me an hour break for lunch, so I couldn't do it then. And then today, I had my Ipsy and my BoxyCharm, and I was like, you know what? I'll just do a versus video and do that for you guys so you can see both my BoxyCharm and my Ipsy and kind of compare them. In case you don't have BoxyCharm or Ipsy, you can kind of see which one you think you would like better. And if this video doesn't give you the full sense of what to expect, then you can also check out my subscriptionaddiction.com. They give spoilers for boxes if you're looking on the right one to join. They have tons of information on there. I look at it regularly for spoilers because I'm a spoiler junkie. I love spoilers. And I think that's another reason maybe these boxes didn't really meet my expectations or what I was hoping for, because I do see spoilers and I do see what you can get beforehand, and I was really hoping for the BoxyCharm brushes because I believe they said everyone would get one and a lot of people didn't, so there was a little bit of discrepancy there. But all in all, it was an okay month for my boxes, not the best. I've gotten so many great boxes from BoxyCharm especially, and Ipsy is hit or miss for me most months, but this month was okay. I'll get some use out of most of the products in there, so I'm excited to add to my collection. And feel free to let me words. Feel free to let me know what you guys think. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. You won't hurt my feelings. If you like this video and maybe have watched a little bit of my other videos and like my content, feel free to subscribe and hit that ring bell notification button if you want to see when I post new videos. And feel free to comment down below. Let me know which box you would have preferred. If you already get BoxyCharm or Ipsy, were we box twins? What did you get in your box? Was it everything you hoped for? Are you a spoiler junkie like me? Just let me know the tea, girl. All right, have a fantastic day, whether you like, don't like, subscribe, don't subscribe, comment, or don't comment. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!